We are on the third test
We
of
are we are on a YouTube censorship test number 3. Again, if you got the transmission, you are the resistance. Sorry, Alex.
Rush Limbaugh is better, Alex.
I know. And I myself, I'm more handsome than Alex Jones.
Yeah.
We are, ladies and gentlemen, we are, again, this is the Anonymous Liberty Media, and my guest here is Curse Wolf. And we are doing a test 3 on the Anonymous Liberty Media. This is a full-blown marathon.
This is not a drill.
Test.
This is not a drill. This is real.
This is we did test 2 and 1 and 2.
I call them
Curtis, the test 1, your audio was cut. No. Your audio was cut.
I could not hear
you. I could hear you, but you couldn't hear me in test 1. That was the end of test 1, where you're talking about your memes, where it went, and then test 2, when your visual feed went.
Because I sent an image that no matter what, whoever I send it to, if I have my browser open, if I send this one specific image out of all of my 40 plus minus memes, if I send this one specific image that's in a different folder, it will crash my browser and will close them all out.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is what Curse Wolf got. That is from his side, where his feed was cut, whether it was audio or visual, it was cut. And they are doing their job, and we are doing our job to piss them off. Thank God. Fuck you, Alex.
Rush Limbaugh's better. He knows how to stay calmer. Now, for the beginning of part 3, I'd like to first talk about things that we cannot see, but know they are there. Are you ready for an example?
Also, how about the biggest, most insane conspiracy theories that spanned over a century?
That's exactly what we're going into here. That's exactly what we're going into here. We're going into one of the biggest conspiracies of them all by just opening up with some things that you know are there, but you cannot see them. First and foremost, my words, my words, my voice. You cannot see it, but you know it is there.
Yeah, it's there.
Second and foremost, this light I just turned on. Not the bulb, but the actual infrared ultraviolet light that it is producing. You can't see it, but of course it lights up everything, but so you know it's there. 2 examples of intangible objects that basically, if you want to go to a tangible, untangible world, don't exist in a tangible world.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, off of that, we're basically
about the light bulb. Now, here's something that everybody does know, but it's kind of not true. Okay, if you look in the movie National Treasure, Nicolas Cage's character was talking about how Edison created the light bulb, and it was how he created. He tried 2,000 times to create just one. Well, the fact is, Thomas Edison did not create the light bulb. It was done by an Italian guy. And Thomas Edison stole that patent. And for decades, we learned, we were told that Thomas Edison, he created the light bulb. Bullshit. It was by a Italian guy.
All right.
And the phone. And the phone.
Was not created by
Alexander Graham Bell did not create the phone. It was by somebody else. I mean, there's a lot of these theories that span nearly over a century of what we learn, but try to be not true. What we learn in school books are not true.
And two, one, you know how you send me pictures every now and then, and you're like, "Can you decode this for me?" Well, I finally I did the prime number one, and I did the brain one already, and I finally did the sound waves one. Basically,
Okay.
the sound waves one leads up to what I'm talking about here. Okay. The sound waves one basically, let me try to make it a little bigger so that they can see a picture, even though the words are all blurry.
Okay.
Basically, the sound waves one is basically truth and frequencies of perception. This is how most people understand things because they are running at a slower rate than an awakened person. An awakened person has a greater understanding because they've already absorbed the information and can also retaliate it to gain more quicker than the unawakened person. How this one has 4 peaks and this one only has 2.5. That explains it right there, that they have at least a double amount of sponge-like ability for information. Now, once you absorb enough information, you begin to run at a higher pace, which will make you ascendant. Most people on this planet, as me and you both know, aren't even awakened yet.
Yeah.
And as I've come through my studies, Yashua Yusuf Ben Hur is the most recent person in recorded history to achieve transcendence. There are few of us out there that have ascended, and there are many of us who have awakened. Like, let's just put it this way. Out of every 100 people that have woken up, there's might be one ascended out of them. And to validify on the fact that you understand what I was saying about a faster rate of understanding. Now, we're going to explain light for a moment and how the earth is flat, but the earth is not flat. And like I just said, the earth is flat, but the earth is not flat. Are we ready?
Those theories been around for a long time.
I'm about to debunk this right now.
Since the Renaissance.
I'm about to debunk it like I can debunk Yahweh, like I can debunk Lucifer. I'm about to debunk flat earth right here, right now. You ready? Okay. Perception. If you are moving at or near the speed of light, would you not assume that what the thing you are facing would come by you so fast it'll be like, whoosh, and then it'll look like this, and then go away? The speed you're moving, the slower it will aim, the faster you move past an object. Since we are not technically moving at or near light speed, the earth appears as an orb. If we was a light particle born from the sun, been flung off the sun at nearly light speed towards the earth, this is how the earth would look. This is how it would look at 7 minutes, 59 seconds, because we both know it takes roughly 8 minutes for light to reach the earth. At 8 minutes exactly, it'll be like this. At 8 minutes exactly, that 1 second, it will look like this. That 801 second, it'll look like this. I just debunked flat earth by saying both are true, but speed is the factor.
Yeah.
That's science.
That's like doing the Kessel run in 12 parsecs.
That's like that giant pendulum. That giant pendulum that proves that the earth spins. Yeah, the fucking earth spins. Yes, you can technically go from where did they start off? Yes, you can technically go from fuck, I can't remember. I think it had to be fucking fuck, I can't remember the starting point, but I'm pretty sure that it was right there between China and Russia. Everybody knows about this baby who was born in Alaska that had to land in California. Now, how was Alaska the middle point between the starting point of like China or something for that? You want to know why? The globe is smaller at the top. The closer you are to the equator, the more distance you are traveling. So scientifically, it would make sense to make a flight pattern like this as a standard because it is a shorter distance than going like this. You see how much bigger that looks now?
Oh, yeah. Bigger, longer,
I'm debunking
more of a broader horizon, man.
I'm basically sitting here. Exactly, more horizon. I'm basically sitting here debunking flat Earth as well as proving flat Earth.
No, let's talk another debunk here. There's a guy that just died a little over 30 plus years ago. He created this type of device for his car where he could run hydrogen in his car, and he used a heavy 1974 Galaxy, and he could run 200 miles on not even a quart of tank of gas.
Petrodollar is the answer to the end of your statement here.
And, well, that too. So, they're doing a lot of tries and inventions of using other than gasoline for fuel. So this guy used a 1970 Ford Galaxy as his project here, and he got a call. He got a call from the military. He got a call from these companies that wanted to buy the patent because they didn't want it to be used. So anytime you use or come up with an idea, a theoretical way of how to save fuel by using something else for fuel, that would scare the oil and gas companies because you're in their minds you are taking money out of their pocket by just having this idea and building it.
Exactly.
So after selling it,
more or less, this expounds on the reason why solar panels are so motherfucking expensive. Because the power company would start losing money if we had a solar panel this size. You would take $10 off of your power consumption every month at least. And then if you keep your power bill paid up, guess what? After 2 years, the power company will owe you $200 fucking dollars. Will owe you $200.
But
that's why
fact is so expensive. But that's their theory. It's expensive. It ain't expensive if you think about it, because a lot of companies like the power company, the gas company, the oil company, the pharmaceutical companies, they don't like it when somebody who has an idea and they're going for this. They're taking a chance here, taking a chance at like the natural health medicine.
Have you seen Kingsman 2? Have you seen Kingsman 1 and then have you seen Kingsman 2?
No.
Well, can I do a spoiler alert and be like, well, look at the basis behind these movies because we explained at one point in time.
This is why we are doing a YouTube censorship test number 3.
Here we go.
Unleash the spoiler
Kingsman
alert.
1. Kingsman 1, basically what had happened is that the 1% that we all consider the elite blew up in a fantastic explosion, brain explosion, like their head exploded because of a device that a specific member within the 10%, we're talking about money calculation here, a specific member within the 10% came up with a device to make the other 90% react upon their primal natures besides their emotional natures, which basically mean everybody started killing each other, which basically forced depopulation without blood on anybody, specifically hands, except for Homeboy who started the shit. That was Kingsman 1. So basically, yeah, the 1%, everybody's head exploded. Now, Kingsman 2 is basically going off of the theory that there is one person behind every single drug of the cartel, of anything that is a cartel. And I'm not saying the cartel like the Mexican cartel. I'm using cartel as the drug trade. That's how I'm using it. Basically, they control every substance that comes to America, the world, more or less. And they poisoned it with this thing that I'll just basically say roughly 3 months later, you will die. So the president makes a decision whether or not to let the people die or put them in quarantine or figure out how to fix the bullshit. So basically it gets to the point where the main character, his newly found wife, which is basically what I'm going to say there, gets contracted with it and gets to phase 2, and phase 3 is death anyway. So she's on phase 2. And yeah, I'm fucking up here, but still, my point is getting across. More or less what happens is that they have to save the planet from this single person who infected every single drug by anybody who ever uses drugs to get this specific type of stuff that will depopulate the planet. Once again, depopulating the planet of all the drug heads this time. Instead of depopulating the planet of the sheeple and everybody who's not within the elite, they're trying to depopulate of the drug heads. And basically, the president gets arrested off of it because he wanted the depopulation to happen.
I'm a big gamer. I'm a big gamer. I love these games. And one of the games that I did play was Splinter Cell Conviction. And there's a group called Third Echelon and Black Arrow. And now these are two groups that were in cahoots into taking down the president. And the president was a woman at the time. This game was about 2010 when it came out. And this was the plot was, here's a guy, Sam Fisher, who retired and went off grid because his daughter supposedly died. And they brought this guy back to seek revenge. He didn't want to get involved, so they like the saying goes, I once left, and they pulled me back in. Mm-hmm. The Godfather thing. And so Sam Fisher, a retired assassin, spy, whatever you want to call him, went back, did his shit in a story, and the plot was that they're going to use 3 giant EMP machines to just black out all of DC. And what happened? They're talking about EMP. If an EMP went off, all of the country would be black for months. It'll be another Stone Age or Ice Age shit.
Or worse.
And then if you look at part of Black Ops, Call of Black Ops, there's like different things, and it mentioned the top 12 secret societies from the Illuminati, the 1001 Club, Knights Malta, District 12, so on and so forth. Holy crap!
put one thing down real quick. They made an Illuminati card game that shows every card that is in their hand that they can use against us, just to show us that they're that bold to show everyone this is what we can do, and this is everything we can do. Because there's like 300 fucking cards in this Illuminati card game that I think was pretty big in the early to mid 90s, like 92 to 95, maybe. I'm not sure. That last statement was a guess. But more or less, basically, they're showing us their entire playbook, and we're the ones that are sitting back and allowing it to happen because technically, we of the resistance are part of the minor group, which isn't enough people to actually stand up and do anything. And the ones that want to stand up and do anything don't scream at the same time that the other ones are standing up and doing stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's really insane, but the fact that only 1% of us realize that some certain movies and some video games kind of give us a little hint and a little scoop a little bit. Only 1%. And others are like, well, the Matrix is a good movie. Metroid is a good movie. So is Shooter. So is The Fugitive. And when I first saw The Fugitive, I was like,
Jupiter Ascending was a good movie. Jupiter Ascending explains how humans are technically immortal. There's a good fucking 15-minute segment on explaining like this is how it works, this is how it's done, and this is what you have to do. This is basically what you have to understand in order to be immortal. And first and foremost, you have to realize that this meat puppet is not you.
No.
That's one thing. And I say it's a meat puppet bluntly for a reason.
When I first saw the Fugitive movie, I mean, it's a good movie, a good plot. I mean, good story. But when I start to realize more and more I watch, I realize, wait a minute. The character's getting framed for murder because of this, and this, and this, and this. It had to do with some pharmaceutical shit. And, I mean, I watched it for years and years and years. It came out in 93, and 1994 or whatever it came out. It's up there with Shooter, Metroid Candidate, V for Vendetta. I mean, a lot of these films like that kind of say, look, this is what's happening in the real world. But even though it's a movie, we're only getting tidbits and bits and pieces of movies and video games that like just showing us what's the fuck's going on. Like Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is about surveillance. How government is surveilling us through different methods and shit.
I don't know where this series was technically aired. I think I was told it was played on some PBS channel, but the entire consumption and everything is less than 2 hours long. But the thing is that it was divided into like 50 parts because of the amount of information, because of what it was technically saying, so that you would miss a valid part. You get what I'm stating here?
Yeah.
And it's basically I myself, Cursed Zero, CURSED ZER number 0. You can Google search me, and I have a variety of playlists. And my music also holds information. And the playlists are more or less exactly as they say, or there's some funny trade-off of what they actually are. The beginning of creation to present day is one of them that it is exactly as it says. This shit will put you from day 1 of creation and will bring you to 2018. trust and believe, brother. It is still valid, updated to like, yeah, we are the children of this divorced relationship, and now we have to deal with it. And that's basically what we are. We are the children of the divorced relationship of mommy, who is basically the remnants of the leftover. We both know that there was a set of Hebrews who went into the desert and never returned. I don't know specific terms, but we both know there is a group of Hebrews way back in the day that went into the desert and never returned. So basically, I'm telling you that mommy is basically the people who were here and that set of Hebrews who went back, like hit some kind of dimensional shift back in the day, because back in the day, these atoms of molecules were farther apart so that things could more easily be done. Because of the influence of technology, 3D items, because back in the day, you barely had the clothes on your back. Think about it. There wasn't all this smog.
No.
Think about that also. The reduction of no pollution. Now, they went back again, and that's mommy. You want to know who daddy is? Daddy is basically the elite. And this is where you need your grain of salt. Because what happened is back in the day, in day one, within day 1 to day 20, between day 1 and day 3, mommy became mommy as one person. Between day 3 and day 20, guess where daddy popped up? Daddy popped up and came from Mars, who was a dead planet at that time because they had left Mars because they had destroyed it. Because technically, these ancient sites that are around the planet, that wasn't just randomly thought there. I mean, not randomly thought. That wasn't just randomly placed there. That was placed there symmetrically to line up with certain things. Like, we know that the Great Pyramids of Giza, I believe that they're the Great Pyramids of Giza, line up with Orion's belt. Like, in the sky, line up, doop, 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 bang, bing, bang, boom.
Oh,
so
yeah.
basically, that proves what I just said. So basically, daddy did this on Mars, destroyed Mars, came to Earth, and now basically mommy and daddy got together before day 20. And before day 30 happened, mommy was tired of daddy's shit.
Big time.
And I'm talking days, as in a couple thousand years have passed, because we both know that it's like at least negative 50,000 BC I'm talking about here, and I'm moving up towards negative 25,000 BC, which is roughly the beginning of the Ice Age.
What I'd like to do is give one here, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, what I have here is an 1885 Morgan silver dollar. Okay. Now, we've been off the gold standard for almost 50 years, since 1972. Back in the year when FDR was president. Okay, even though this ain't gold, it's silver.
I'm right here.
FDR wanted everybody back in that day to turn in their gold. And if they didn't, it was a 10-year prison sentence. Okay. Start collecting these silver dollars and gold dollars, whatever you'll call it, because sooner or later, down the line, Wall Street would collapse, and you need your gold and silver.
Dude, I got old paper money. Like, I think I've sent you pictures of my old paper money.
Yeah, I've seen those. And those are very valuable, brother.
Yeah, I have, like, which one is it? This one and this one came off the exact same printing press.
Damn.
And I have another 20 from the exact same year that came off of a different printing press. And I have 2 of these, which these are
silver certificates. Now, Kennedy was going to bring back the silver, the silver certificate when he was did the executive order 1 something.
It doesn't matter.
And he was going to bring back the notes to a federal, not more of a where we got the money from the Treasury. This would be Treasury notes.
Because Kennedy, one of the reasons Kennedy was assassinated is because Kennedy realized that the gold backing up the money would not sustain it in years very soon. And which it's already been proven to us that we don't have the gold to back up our money, which basically our money is toilet paper in other countries.
Yeah.
Like if we bring 5 Ben Franklins across the fucking hemisphere to the Eastern Hemisphere, we're lucky if we get $50 worth in a country that's non-stable.
Yeah.
And that's $500 that just turned into a grant, a USCS grant.
And that is
the worth rate is not worth it because that can barely feed you for a month in another country, maybe 3 months since other countries are poor. Whereas $500 in this country in the right location can hook you up for a nice set of time, but ain't going to fucking do shit.
No. There are some
and some wacky exchange rate and technical values because you can't go off of exchange rate and expect the same value.
No, I mean, some people expect to get that, but in reality, if he had 1,000 of these things here,
I did that.
If you had 1,000 of these things here in your pocket, I mean, what's the Morgan silver dollar worth now? I mean, it's 1885.
Oh, that's face value. Oh, hold on. You said 1885.
Yeah.
Well, according to this, some of them are going between 50 and 1,500.
So, well, mine is a 1885. It's 07162.63/2040035.
Wow, if you said that slower, I might be able to type that.
07162.
07162.
0.3. No, 63. /204/0035. And the 4-digit thing, the 4-digit thing is MS63.
And we're back.
Do what?
All right, we was at 0.3. We're back from these commercials. We was at 0.3.
0.63.
0.63. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's 07162.3.63.
No. 0.63.
Okay, we're at 0.63. All right, go ahead.
Slash 204.
204.
0035.
0035. So is your slash a hyphen or is it one of these or one of these?
That's one of these. Like moving forward. Whoa, shit. I think we got Censorship here. You there?
All right, you know what? I need to see that. Didn't ask you to do that, but thank you.
You left for a moment here.
Did I disappear on that side?
Yeah.
Am I back now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying from the shape that you have yours in, from everything that it is, and that's only a silver dollar.
Yeah.
They say random year 1878, 1904. They're $40 minimum.
Mine's is 1885.
That's what I'm saying. Random year. Random year between these 2 years. And there's some on here that's $600 fucking dollars, dude. There's some on here that are $1,500.
If mine is that much, $1,500, shit, I'll be happy.
Yeah, if you have an ACG number, your shit's worth a shit ton.
Mine is the number got the digits is MS63.
The MS63.
Yeah.
Okay, that specific one looks like 50 to $180.
Okay.
At this exact second in time at 6:01 through March 22nd.
Okay. I got it back in 09, so.
Yeah, that specific one is worth exactly between $50 and $180. Because your shit's in a fucking case, uncirculated, barely fucking touched by human hands.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the $50 to $80 instead of this other quote, which is $26. Makes sense to me.
Oh yeah. I'll take that.
But if you melt it, you fuck it up, and it's only worth $12.55.
12 bucks. Shit.
Yeah, if you melted it.
Damn. Only 12 bucks. Shit.
Only $12 if you melted it. That's how much the raw value is. It will never be less than $12. That's the raw value.
Now, I come to learning that I want to get to the technology of this test is a lot of people are leaving iPhones and going to the Android and becoming very loyal to the software. And I got both. I got a iPhone SE. I got a You Live in Life. It's running on Android, and and I'm becoming very loyal to my phone. because it's a good operating system. I like it very much. Now, here's one of the stories that came out this year. That Apple was caught slowing down their phones, and these are the older ones. Now, my SE is about almost 3 years old.
Pause. We know we remember old video games that are online capable, that with online matches that nobody fucking plays anymore.
Yeah.
The legitimacy behind that and this is roughly the same thing. Nobody's using the iPhone anymore. Everybody at least has an iPhone 5. So we're going to slow down iPhone 2, and iPhone 3 because nobody's playing this game anymore.
Yeah.
That was their logic behind it. But technically, if we can sue iPhone for slowing down a signal, we can sue old video games for not fucking working anymore. Which, in a sense, I want to bring up a lawsuit for BS Zelda. Because I'm a Zelda fan. I'd like to play Zelda Link to the Past Part 2. But guess what? We can't play the legitimate version even if we modded it for an emulator. Why? Because there's half of the shit is only available during the exact time that this was played.
My son has a Sega Dreamcast.
Yeah, Sega Dreamcast just fell off the face of the earth.
And the game he has in there was GTA 2.
Oh, yeah. The old school GTA games were the shit.
And these were the ones that you look down. Like, not
That's
like 3 through 5. It was 1 and 2 that where you look down. Like, what the fuck?
And London 69, there was 3 in the beginning where you looked from like way up in a fucking chopper all the way down at your little bitty spec ant who ran around and kicked people's ass.
Yeah.
It was the shit.
And when I was watching him play, I felt even older. I felt 20 years older. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what? Goddamn, what the hell? And how it was starting up was like, God, I'm fucking old. Dude. Like, what the fuck? I'm 42. What the fuck? This was late 90s, early 2000 shit, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
And
think about it. 97, they made Final Fantasy VII. Think about the technology.
I asked my son, where'd you get it? In that trailer that behind the house? I was like, are you kidding me? No. He pulled it out from his couch, and underneath, I'm looking at him like, are you fucking kidding me? By seeing this, I'm getting old as it is. Like, what the fuck, you? Because when I was younger, when I was about 5, 6 years old, I played Atari.
Right.
I played Atari. Then a couple years later, I'm playing Activision ColecoVision. This was the early 80s shit.
I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I beat Mario Brothers, the Nintendo version, the first game that came out. I beat that at like 4 or 5, dude.
I remember my folks gave me this old late 70s gaming shit. And it's like this thing where back in the day it'll cost you $120 just for this little shit. You could play skeet shooting, you could play Pong,
all right,
tennis. And
we're talking about old school games right now. We're talking about old school games right now compared to new school games. All right. Well, I don't care what you say. I've played a little bit of Black Ops, and I've played a little bit of these first-person shooters, those popular games.
Yeah.
And technically, the difficulty level is not there anymore. Do you remember the term NES hard?
Oh hell yeah, dude! I'm like, man, this is
fuck this Black Ops shit. Let me put the game called Dragon Spirit in front of you and ask you to beat it, and you be a millennial gamer. Let me put Dragon Spirit in front of you. I bet you can't get past level 1.
Oh fuck no!
There's 10 levels.
I remember playing Double Dragon. I remember Double Dragon.
Right.
6th grade, 7th grade, early in middle school. We're walking to school and we're at the store playing Double Dragon for a good 5 minutes before the bell rings. And so, I would go to school. Oh fuck yeah! I remember playing pole position when I was younger. Spy Hunter. I mean, this was the mid '80s, '84, '85, '86, and
did you see the movie Daryl? It's an acronym. Did you see the movie Daryl? It's an acronym.
No.
Well, find a trailer and check out that movie. DAYRL, I believe. It's called Daryl. It was a pretty good movie that explains, like, especially since we'll bring up Tron for a moment.
Man,
we'll bring up the original Tron, not the remake. Hold on. I'm gonna bring up the giant desk. I'm gonna bring up the giant desk computer at the beginning. Remember that 1% fact that is true in movies? That at least 1% fact? Well, think about it, dude. They had technology back then to think of this and to present it to us. What makes you think that DARPA doesn't have cloaking technology where everybody looks like a watery image, which makes you invisible to a sense? Think about it, dude. Like I was explaining on a roundtable, if we can make it in theory in our minds, who says that they haven't physically made this shit? Where I get this from, the difference is, I remember Metal Gear Solid, not Metal Gear, the NES, Super fuck you game that was hard as shit. Like that made Dragon Spirit look like a kid's game. Metal Gear, the original Metal Gear made Dragon Spirit look like a kid's game. Like you wouldn't get past screen 3, type saying. Screen 3, not level 1, screen 3. It's like NES fuck you hard.
Big games and these were the shit,
technology from is Metal Gear Solid, because he has this green suit that's transparent, a watery, transparent image. And the only difference between that idea and the idea I'm talking about is making it clear.
Gaming in the '80s were the shit, though. I mean, you played Burger Time, you played Qbert?
And people say Atari wasn't the shit. Atari was the shit if you knew how to fucking play the games.
Yeah. I mean, in the late '80s or early '90s, you played Contra. Contra was Call of Duty and Battlefield of that time.
I heard Contra was a good ass fucking game, but I never personally sat down and was able to play it.
Contra was Call of Duty and Battlefield before Call of Duty and Battlefield.
But I've seen good screenshots. I've seen decent people play through the game before.
I mean, holy shit! I remember playing these games as a kid. You know, I remember playing Donkey Kong.
Well, it's 40 below, and I don't give a fuck.
I remember playing Donkey Kong too. I remember playing Donkey Kong also.
Hi, I'm doing good. I am doing a YouTube censorship test, and we're doing a test on see if it's live. It's live, so you're good. So we're talking about video games. We're talking about how
the difficulty levels have changed dramatically.
We're talking about how Google has changed, and right now we're doing a test 3 on a censorship tip on YouTube. So far, 1 and 2 is kind of went good, and
test 3 I think failed.
We're on test 3, so we're doing pretty good. So. How's work? Not? Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay. Hey, darling. Hey, give me about a few minutes. So we're gonna so we get finish up here. All right. Okay.
Yeah, give us like 5 minutes. Let me throw some aluminum foil on top of this real quick and say that test 3 was technically not a failure. There is another form of censorship that is very little known. It is called distraction. The thing is that we were sitting here having a conversation and we were expounding upon the conversation and being awakened individuals. Both of us have technically forgot our train of thought because of a distraction that occurred. So technically, I believe that test 3 was a semi-success because a distraction ensued where we would have to end a conversation in the middle of having technically a censorship attempt.
Yeah.
And we will technically end this off so you can technically talk to your friend.
Okay. We'll take we'll take about an hour break. So
Your choice. It's your choice. We can put all 3 of these in the oven at the same time and call it a day for now because I believe that we've technically had a successful 2 out of 3, 2.5 out of 3 mission.
Okay, so let's call this now. So we'll do test 4 later about 7 o'clock. About 7 o'clock. We'll do test 7. No. Test 4. What the hell, like?
Okay. We will attempt to do something later. This will be a bulk set that will, I believe it's already posted as we're recording it.
Yes, and we're gonna cut this until 7. So we're gonna give about 4-hour break, so we could.
That'll be 9 on the East Coast.
Yeah. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have test 3 went. So again, if you got this transmission, you are the resistance. Fuck you, Alex. And again, Rush Limbaugh did better. So
damn right. Rush Limbaugh knows how to keep us cool.
Oh yeah,
legitimate topics.
Test 3 was a go, went well. So this is the United Liberty Media.
This is Curse Zero.
It's free. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. And with Curse Zero, good going, man. We'll pick up later. Peace out. Ribbon out.